You're doing a great job. Over there, we got to go that way because there's land to either side. So I see no reason to set the middle sails just yet. We'll set them later. You can hang on to anything that's part of the boat. But if you hang on to each other, it will only be dominoes.
Wine Sangria. So right on the other side of the second mast. Yes.
Awesome.
Very good. So we're really here because really how you guys make this thing happen. Yeah. We thought when we got an email a couple weeks ago that you were here that we want to do it. So we got to learn about how the Pride of Baltimore really makes it, possible for just regular folks like us to get out of the bay, make this thing happen. And really, one of the points of us being here today is really to just really celebrate that it's possible to have these historical vessels be accessible to the public. And I think, we regular folks like me can't say it probably enough, but I'm sure Jan can fill in the details.
Sure.
How do you guys possibly do this? Right? How can this be possible? Without state funding, without no funding whatsoever, other than regular folks like us wanting to make it possible?
Well, I can share a little bit of history. For those of you who are acutely familiar with our national anthem, you will know that what we are flying right here is the flag that was flying over Fort McHenry when the British came to Baltimore 200 years ago to burn the shipyards in Fells Point. And it was Francis Scott Key, an American who was a witness to that effort, and poetry that is now our national anthem. One of the big questions is why did the British come? They'd already sacked Washington, so what was special about Baltimore? Well, it's these vessels. In the 1812 war, we had a very small U.S. Navy, and it was not numerous enough to be able to repel a blockading fleet of British naval vessels who were preventing international trade. Now here we have an economic situation in the last 4 years that everybody's having a big debate about. Well, imagine a situation over 200 years ago where you couldn't get your ship with cargo out of the country, and you couldn't get a visiting vessel carrying cargo to you into the country for a period of 3 years. None whatsoever. So with a Navy not large enough to repel that blockading force, what were your options? Well, they borrowed something that had been going on for some time before, through the examples of Francis Drake and the Queen and some in the 1600s, also our Revolutionary War, thing called privateering. Privateering is an investment by citizens who would be able to earn money capturing an enemy's freighting vessels while also creating a great deal of economic stress to the enemy. No rules about this. You had to have a license to do it. You had to be an American citizen. You could not capture just any ship. You could only capture the English. And there was an adjudication process. You captured the vessel, took some of your crew, privateering crew, you put it on that vessel, and made sure that vessel got back to be adjudicated. Once it was adjudicated with the proper catch, you could then sell it and proceed profits to the crew, the officers, and the investors ashore. And Alex Brown, an investor in the house in Baltimore, got it started. So why did the British come to Baltimore? Because privateering was happening from Maine to Georgia. We had 15 states at the time. So what was going on about that? Well, it turns out that the Chesapeake Bay has been an incubation center for creative thinking about modifying hull form. It is a period of 150 years from the late 1600s into the early 1800s, whereby hull form evolved because of the geographer's problem. What came out was a thing called a shark-billed vessel, and the shipyards of Baltimore and Fells Point were the best at doing it. There were other copycats all around outside of the bay, but it's an evolutionary evolution of over 100 years of development. It starts in Mountain Bay, Virginia, and moves up through Baltimore, a major metropolitan center. And the privateers that came from the Baltimore style, particularly those buildings, got more than 50% of all those ships. We've got 15 states in the Union. We've got privateers from Maine to Georgia, but it was the Baltimore boats that were capturing most of the vessels. So the British were very upset. So they came to Baltimore after Washington, D.C., and they bombarded Fort McHenry in an effort to get into Baltimore. They had a good militia system ashore. They had the Marines walking around North Point, getting around like Patterson Park. It was under a different name at the time to get on the backside. And so when the British gave up, they didn't lose as much as they gave up. They moved away. And that morning, dawn's early light, the big, huge Star-Spangled Banner was flying at Francis Scott Key. What moved like the poetry. So what about the 1812 War? What's significant about it? It's not just the defense of Baltimore. It's also an event that projected American ingenuity to the rest of the world. We didn't understand as citizens just how good we were at a variety of different things. Chesapeake Bay proved to the world that we had, along with our Navy frigates, we had some pretty interesting ideas about what was naval architecture.
We have a moment here. Harry Jones's times on Navy ships, being a Navy pilot, and being an Annapolitan, being a great helper to the local community, that we honor his passing as of last night with the kindness of this great ship.
Wow. Very nice. Yeah. Woo! You know that one? Look at this. Fire! Can feel that a little bit.
We enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Very good. Except the brains came along. Yeah, the guy with the camera. Oh, God, baby.
He's throwing the gauntlet down.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to shake me up. He's going to
You gotta go grab him by the collar.
Oh, yeah. There's still work out.
Right?
Yeah, still work.
It has a little bit of cushion, she said. I never did that, and I have been a big paycheck every day. Don't say that, because that's how I am right now. I really do. It's okay. Dad, you need a GoPro.
What? Pull it in like
Put it
that.
in different sizes.
Stay with us.
Watch out, the helicopter's buzzing us!
Are you going to end up on YouTube, baby?